Hello, ladies and gents. How is everybody doing on this fine Turkey Day weekend? Turkey Day weekend. And Turkey Day weekend. How is everybody doing? Let's see who we got here. I see Anthony Hughes is in the house. How you doing? Horror Haunts is here. Bozo, all the way from down under. That's a horrible accent. Connor CEC is here. What's going on, Steve? Steve and I were messaging each other earlier because we were both watching the World Cup, and the United States, I tell you. Just Clowning Around is here. Plat123 is here. What is it? Meow Haunts. How you doing? I'm losing my... I got old man eyesight. I could barely read. I thought it said Now Haunts. But it was meow like a cat. Allie Kate, how are you doing? Pumpkin King is here. That Spirit FNAF fan is here. Horror Haunts is here. JM Haunts is here. Hello, Garcello. I'm just going to call you Garcello. Don't want to butcher your name more than I probably already did. Z Halloween, how you doing? Legend 1 is in the place. Here we go. All right. Animatronic guy is here saying, ooga booga. Whatever that means. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Oh, Amy's going to mess with the camera there. Hopefully it doesn't drop on its face. I think we're good.
Yeah, but like way better. I like to move
like everything that you move live on the live has a risk of disaster on this live. Wait, a light may fall over on my head.
I believe.
You believe what?
That it's going to be okay.
I believe it's fine the way that it is, Amy, and I think that you're being a little too anal retentive.
Hey, you know what? All I have to say is I'm a lot happier with the lighting today. I think it looks great. So
it doesn't look like a great
props here.
I'm giving you props. Okay. Whoa. Someone had a little too much turkey.
No, I don't have any turkey.
I
Actually.
know. But it doesn't look like a green screen this time.
Yes, it looks so much better.
I kind of liked it when it looked like a green screen. What about you guys? Oh, I see Golden Embers says, has the spirit box been spoiled to you? Unfortunately, yes, it has. We haven't opened ours yet, but you know, that Nate guy, for instance, is making sure that he puts the picture of it in his thumbnail. So yay. However, I did talk to some folks at Spirit, and they said that there is a nice card inside. So I'm more excited to see that than the piece that got spoiled. We have some fan mail today. The post office was closed today, but we went ahead and checked the post office on, I'm assuming it was Wednesday, I believe. Right, Amy?
Yes.
So we have some fan mail today.
Let's go ahead and...
I can't see who it's from. There's a sticker over the name. I can see it's from Laredo, Texas, though.
Oh, nice.
Let me see if I can pull up this sticker. It's from, you don't have your YouTube name on here, but it's from Ethan. I'll say that much.
Oh, Spirit Halloween fan just said that's me and waved.
Oh, perfect. So we'll be checking this out in a few moments. First and foremost, I wanted to know, how is everybody's weekend going, their extended weekend? Or some of you having an extended week off. Luke P is in the spot. He says, thought you were about to say post office was closed, so we broke in. Well, I would never admit to a federal crime on camera. But we got our fan mail.
JM Hunt said that popcorn in the back is sick. Can we get a close-up?
Sure. Actually, I can show you guys how it was made if you want. Very easy for anybody to make. This popcorn may be loose at points, so you may see some kernels fall off.
I would just get... Okay.
No, I'm just going to bring it over.
Yeah, because see, there goes popcorn.
It's okay. I mean, we can always fix it. They want to see a close-up. We're going to give them a close-up. Dang it. Gonna give them a close-up. Dang it. Doesn't this popcorn look absolutely delicious? Gigantic, delicious popcorn. Popcorn kernels and all. So what this was made from, let me lift it up here a little. Look at that. There we go. I'm all in the dark. All right, there we go. So what this was made from is this is actually like poster board, cut at an angle, obviously, right? These red stripes to make sure they stayed straight and uniform is just tape. You can hear my finger run across it. I don't know if that picks up on camera, but sounds really cool. Woo! And then made this little label here. Oh, popcorn attacking me.
Yeah, it literally falls off
It's
everywhere.
all right, but these popcorn kernels, right? You can see they have like other colors inside. So all this is some spray foam and some tissue paper, colored tissue paper inside. And again, my mom made this actually for Halloween one year, and has all different color. You can see like some orange pieces up there, some yellow right there, some gray. But all she did was did spray foam and some tissue paper, right? Like you can see this tissue paper's coming out a little. Just shove it right in there, and there you go, back to normal. Looks like a piece of popcorn, but it's just spray foam and tissue paper. And then she put a platform going across the top, made of poster board as well. And yeah, so now we got all of this delicious popcorn, big pile of popcorn that you can't really eat. You'd probably get really sick if you did. But yeah, so absolutely love this. This was done for a haunted house a few years ago. You guys can't see it, but there is a slot right. Well, maybe you can't see it right there, where we put in people's tickets to count how many trick-or-treaters we had. This was before we had a counting system. So very easy to make. We're probably going to be hot gluing the popcorn pieces on top so they don't fall off every time.
Golden Ember said, do you think the card they sent with it within the box has any hints for next year?
I have no idea because I haven't seen anybody else's cards. I was told there was a card inside. I haven't asked what any cards say or what it looks like or any of that nature. Stay hydrated. The only thing I do know is what's inside, and that's due strictly because that Nate guy had it in the middle of his thumbnail. Of course, it popped up on my YouTube as we were getting ready to go live, so we did see what was inside. We could probably start off with that, then seeing how we know what's inside already,
yeah,
right?
That's fine.
So here is our Burks, Spirit Halloween Burks, and I need something to open this up with.
Okay.
Something sharp. Something sharp. Actually, will you hand me that little drumstick?
Sure.
That's right, folks. One of the drumsticks has returned. One, we don't know where the other one is. So, and it doesn't matter because this isn't going to work. I'm going to just strong arm it.
You want to read?
I want to read what?
What's on the top?
Yeah.
I know everybody else has probably seen
Thanks
it.
for a spectacular Halloween from your friends at Spirit. Do not open until November 25th. So some people were like, oh, wow, Savannah got Toothy instead of one of these boxes. No, we actually got one of these boxes as well. So we are very, very, very grateful and thankful this Thanksgiving for our friends at Spirit Halloween. And we always will be because obviously they are wonderful, very thoughtful, sweet people, and also the #1 holiday retailer for a reason. So inside we have some Spirit Halloween tissue paper, which, Amy, we should see
Oh, I like that.
what we have to do to get some Psychotic Circus of Savannah tissue paper for our packages we mail out. Right?
Yeah, that's super cute.
Bunch of like black Easter egg grass. Here is what I believe is our card. And then there is another box in here, which again, I believe is the, oh my gosh, grass just went everywhere. Believe is what we saw from that Nick guy. So should we do the card first or open up the box first?
The card.
You sure? Even though we already know what's in the box, I think we should do the box first.
Okay. Sure.
I'm going to open up the box first. So I think that everybody's is probably the same. Oh, this is really cool. Even though I knew what it was due to his thumbnail, this thing is freaking cool. And I do think that there is, okay, let me show you guys. I'm sure you've probably seen it already, but Jack the Reaper. I don't know if you guys can.
No. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better.
There it goes. I just saw it focus. Jack the Reaper statue. The back of the box says, the first recorded appearance of Jack was in 1983. But rumors and stories date back decades before that. His favorite haunt is the depths of your worst nightmare. And if you hear him speak, well, consider yourself not long for this world. Collectible figure stands 6 inches tall, made of high quality resin, with scrupulous hand painting, painted terrifying detail. And it says here, collect them all. And it shows a picture of Jack and of Crouchy, which we actually have the Crouchy one somewhere over here.
On the ground.
Right here. So you guys can see the Crouchy one and the Jack the Reaper one is there. Don't know if the Crouchy ones that they put out now are going to show that Jack the Reaper is now available, seeing how this has a question mark on Jack's. But very, very, very cool. Very cool. How many of you have seen other YouTubers open one of these up?
Bozo asked, I missed the Mr. Toothy live. How did you get him before everyone else? Also, did you pay full price?
We did not pay for Mr. Toothy. Mr. Toothy was sent to us as a gift from our friends at Spirit Halloween. Oh, this is cool. Oh, interesting. 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 So, hold on. I want to open up Crouchy real quick. Interesting. Interesting. I want to see what's on the bottom of Crouchy. Yep. So, on the bottom of Crouchy, it says Spirit Halloween, Crouchy collectible, and then I don't know if you can see the year there, 2022. This is the Crouchy collectible that we got at Flagship. Jack the Reaper, however, says Spirit Halloween, Jack the Reaper, 2023 on it. So I wonder if they're going to put out a collectible each year, if it's going to be an annual thing, because it's not 2023, but clearly we have it received. But look how amazing these look. They look great together. Very, very high quality. was just seeing that everything else was identical on the bottom, which it is. Meaning all of the info. But are they the same size? About the same size on the bottom. But one says 2022 and one says 2023. So I wonder if it's going to be an annual thing, if this is like next year's piece. Ryan Tons is here. How you doing, Ryan?
Let's see.
That's cool.
People are thinking that he's going to be a prop next year.
I hope that he's a prop. So I actually met with some folks at Spirit Halloween. Back before, it was either before flagship or right after flagship. Might have even been during, I don't remember, but somewhere around the July, August area of this year. And that was one thing that I said, look, if we can do a Jack animatronic, it would be perfect timing, the 40th anniversary of Spirit Halloween, to have your mascot as a limited animatronic just for that 1 year. I think a lot of people would purchase it. They kind of gave me the news that they didn't think that that would be something they would do, but who knows? Who knows? Very interesting. So let's go ahead and open up the card that we got from Spirit. It's a very cool paper. It says, "Hey, Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Thanks for your support over the years. As the holidays are approaching, we wanted to say cheers. We know your fans love watching your content as much as we do, so here's a little something to make a video or two. We can't wait to celebrate our 40th anniversary with you in 2023. Looking forward to seeing you next season. Stay spooky. Your friends at Spirit Halloween." So that is really, really cool of them to do. That means a lot. This is really cool of them. I mean, this is, in my opinion, what the package is about. Is this, like, don't get me wrong, the statue is really cool, but this, I'm probably going to frame this. We may have to put this somewhere on the wall of fame back there.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Really cool. So Spirit Halloween, if you are watching this live, I wanted to say thank you very much. Very sweet of you. Very, very, very cool. That's awesome. All right, what are folks saying?
So Bozo said you could count Hanging Hellfiend as a Jack prop because he kind of looks the part.
I want a real Jack prop, though. And our Hanging Hellfiend doesn't look like Jack anymore. Ours looks like a clown.
Just Clowning Around said, have you talked to any of the mods about his ban yet? If not, I understand.
Have not, been super busy, have barely been in the Discord myself.
Alrighty. And then Halloween Lightning keeps asking you to prank call Brick.
There's a very good chance that somebody on here already is talking with Brick simultaneously, or I know that Brick is actually traveling. He may not be available.
Yeah, they're busy.
But you know what? We're going to do it.
Are you serious?
Shh. You guys don't say anything.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we're going to do this.
He's probably at Disney.
That's right. My phone squeaks when I dial stuff.
Oh,
I hope they can hear it when it rings. Hope you guys can hear that.
he's hanging out with Mickey Mouse, really?
We're going to leave him a voicemail.
Please leave your message for...
Oh, not going to leave that phone number on there live. Dang it. We'll have to try a little later. Maybe he'll be able to answer a little later. I think it would be really funny to prank call him. I don't know what I would say, but I'll come up with some idea. We'll see if he answers. All right. So let's go ahead and get to covering it up so that the address won't show. But get to the package that we got in the mail here. Again, if you guys, gosh, that is blurry as crap. It looks like it's underwater. Holy moly. Holy moly. If you guys want to send something to us, there it is right there, the address, P.O. Box 5, Aubrey, Texas, 76227, and it should be in the description down below.
The realist is asking when you guys are going to get Burger King.
Last time he actually skipped out on me for Burger King, so. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this one's for you, Amy. That's very nice of you. Spirit Halloween fan got you a letter.
What the heck? Why? Why?
Let me show everyone.
Why? That is not nice.
This is what Amy opened up. Reagan. Reagan is absolutely Amy's favorite Halloween character, right, Amy?
No, that's not true.
It says for sassy grandma.
Double not nice.
Oh, that's awesome. That is hilarious. Are you going to be upset when we hang this one up? You're going to have to see it all the time?
Dude, I'm telling you, freaking Steve, I think it was Steve. He tagged me because Spirit Halloween was promoting Reagan. He tagged me in the post, and I was like, I hate you. It freaks me out every time I see her photo.
Dude, he did a really good job on this. He made sure to include the vomit on the mouth. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here, let me put it back up with the envelope again.
Halloween enthusiast said Reagan drawing contest. Absolutely not.
You guys can see the vomit on the mouth, the cuts on the head and face, the shadowing. Even did the pattern on the nightgown there.
Ugh.
Little blue bonnets.
James Hunt said, I'm going to draw a realistic picture of her crawling down the stairs.
That would be
No,
incredible. We may have to do a contest.
No, we aren't.
Stuff. You know what else Amy loves?
On.
Amy really loves anything that has to do with the Ouija board.
You know that was in the movie, right?
What movie?
In The Exorcist.
A Ouija board?
She was playing with the Ouija board at first. That's what made everything happen.
Amy, you know that the Ouija board's made by Milton Bradley, the makers of Candyland.
Oh my gosh.
Hasbro. Same thing. Hasbro. Awesome. Well, I will say that this was an awesome Fan Mail Friday. This is the piece that we got in the mail today. Cool thing. Very cool from Spirit Halloween fan. Gave me a nice laugh. Got this guy directly from Spirit. This is cool as well. Going to go great with our Crouchy when we put them on display. I like to keep mine in the box, though. So, yeah. But I was asking something earlier from everybody, and I wasn't able to get an answer. Oh, speaking of Brick Thunder, we were talking about Brick Thunder. So he sent me pictures before he dropped his Toothy video. Mm-hmm. Oh, and his Toothy looks way different than ours. So I'm not sure if this is the rare situation where the sample has less detail than the commercially released one, because his had pink around the eyes, shadowing on the stitches, and ours did not. So So yeah, it was very interesting to see. Very interesting.
JM Hunt said his had more detail.
Way more detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was. It's almost, you would usually think it would be the opposite, that the commercial release usually has less detail, but in this particular case, the commercial release seems to have more detail. So yeah, Steve says it's like a blank canvas. It really almost is. And I was going to change some stuff on ours. I wanted to see how everybody else's looked before I added anything, because I wanted to highlight the stitches specifically. But now that I see that nobody else's really looks like that, I'm probably just going to keep it the way it is for preservation purposes, so that you know, we can show that this is one that is completely different from the commercially released ones. So maybe we get another one and customize it at that point. But yeah, interesting.
Bozo asked, why did they give him or you the sample? He just said him. I don't know who he's
They did
talking
not
about.
give him the sample. He purchased his and paid for overnight shipping. It was only an extra $20. We got the sample and they gave it to us to do a review and to give feedback on it. That's one thing I will say about Spirit Halloween, is they are very interested to see what we think of certain props, how we think certain props should, you know, like the feedback that we give. One of the things that we do on this channel that not a lot of other people do is that we give honest feedback. So if something looks cheap or crappy, we tend to say that. We talk about the pros and cons of props. When it came to Toothy, though, we didn't really have many cons to talk about, because his quality was great, his concept was great, his size was great. So we didn't really have many cons to talk about.
Bozo asked, so yours was the sample, yet his has more detail.
That is correct. That's what it seems like it is. So it seems super weird, because usually it's the opposite.
Night Yoshi said, is that why you were so harsh on Underworld Clown?
Because we give actual feedback. Is that what he's saying?
That's just all he asked.
So I'm always going to give feedback on every single prop and tell you guys pros and cons, because realistically, my loyalty is to you that may or may not be thinking of purchasing one of these props. So if I get something and I say, oh, this is great, I really love this, I really love this, I really love this, and you guys get it and it's crap, I don't want you guys to be like, what the hell, Savannah? Right? I would much rather say, hey guys, this looks really cool, but just so you know, this sucks and this sucks and this sucks. So when you guys get it, you don't have your hopes up over certain pieces to a prop.
Ryan's random goal said, how did you make the sliding gel cell in your haunt? Thinking of making one for mine.
Ooh, very good question. Very good question. So what we did is we found a corner that we wanted to utilize. We drilled holes in the top so that there would be a piece of rebar going from one wall to the other wall, right? And it was in there sturdy. We put PVC over that. We built the rails off of PVC. We made sure that the sliding piece was a few, maybe 2 inches off of the ground. And then we built another piece that did not slide. So that side stayed kind of sturdy. The sliding door piece would slide. And we made sure to not put the rebar where the actor would come in and out, because we didn't want them to trip. So it hangs strictly on the top. So think about like a shower curtain, how it goes on a shower curtain pole. Very similar concept, except that instead of rings, we had a piece of PVC. And then we had a second piece that kind of just stuck out. So it looked like it was a solid piece when people would come up to it.
CB Halloween.
Great question.
CB Halloween said, will a haunt video be coming out this year?
Yes, but it's probably not going to come out when you guys expect it. Obviously, normally we have our animatronic video out in late August, early September. We usually have our haunt video out the very first week of November. Amy and I have been exhausted with work. So we both have a regular job, and lately I've been traveling like crazy. Amy traveled with me a couple places. We had some trade shows and competitions that we had to go to, and I'd like to say that somebody won first place in one of those competitions for his presentation. Oh, this guy. But since we won all of these awards, business has been booming, and we've had nonstop calls for people within our industry to do business with us. And so Amy and I have been doing like 14-hour days. And like we both worked today, and everybody else had the day off except for her and I. So it's just been very, very, very busy when it comes to our regular job. So we're making sure to etch out time to have our lives with you guys, making sure to etch out time to edit videos as much as possible. But the way that I am looking at the time frame, obviously what pays our bills has to be top priority because we have kids and animals and all of that. And then after that, I look at our lives being a little bit more important than our actual videos. Even though our videos tend to bring in more money than the lives, I think the lives are more important when it comes to all of us getting together. So we make sure that we can etch out time like now to sit down with you guys live. So then it will go into the editing of videos. And real quick, sorry about that, Amy. Okay. I take a while to edit my videos because I like to, I mean, obviously you can see by like the skits that we do and stuff like that. I want to make sure that it's as entertaining as possible. I mean, I realistically could just put up a slideshow and show you guys certain stuff, but I want to make sure it's something that's memorable for you.
So going back to what you were talking about with your reviews, the animatronic guy said if you don't point out flaws, it's not a review, it's an ad. So great point there.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And yeah, I agree 100%. And it seems like, and this isn't a shot at anybody because whatever floats your boat, great. But it seems like not many other channels in the community are going to give you guys the real feedback. I mean, you're going to hear about how something is so cool or something is great or something is this or something is that. I'm going to give you guys real feedback. I'm not just going to buy the most expensive props. I get the cheaper props. I get the expensive props. I get everything in between. And I give you guys the feedback of what the real deal is. And I think that's something that maybe at first wasn't fully appreciated because people were like, what the hell is going on? This guy's like saying this prop is crap. And then I think after people really saw what we were doing here on this channel, that it's become more and more appreciated of, okay, we know that we can go to Savannah. He'll give us some true and honest feedback. Now, again, most of it has to do with a clown prop. But yeah.
Drax Coldblood said, do you think Spirit's going to be scarier / gorier?
I don't. We talked about this on the last live. Gorier, maybe, but I don't think scarier is really an easy thing to calculate. Because a lot of us fell in love with Spirit when we were younger. And so when you're younger, you are more afraid of certain things than when you get older and more desensitized to it. So when I was younger, you know, or maybe not me, but when somebody was younger, they probably thought Whack-A-Mole was terrifying. I guarantee there's some little kid who walked into Spirit somewhere and saw a Whack-A-Mole sitting there and almost pissed himself, right? But after you've seen animatronics, you know kind of how they work, you know kind of what they do. You walk in there and they're not really scary to you. We go to TransWorld with some of the biggest animatronic makers in the world there, some of the most gory animatronics, and it's still not scary to us because at this point we've kind of seen I don't want to say seen everything, but I'm looking at them in a different way. I'm looking at them and thinking, how did they make that work? what is this made out of? Is this pneumatic or electronic? Is, you know, like you could look at the detail and say, wow, that's great detail, or wow, that looks real, but nothing that really is like, oh my gosh, that's terrifying, right? When we were younger, we might have felt that way. So I'm not sure if scary is the right way to gauge it. Gory, who knows? I hope so, but who knows?
Ryan's random goal said, how was your Thanksgiving?
Great question as well. So some of you guys saw our community post, and I appreciate you guys reacting to that community post. I want to say this, though. It wasn't for sympathy. I wasn't saying, hey, guys, poor me. What I was saying was, hey, usually, or not usually, but in the past, the Thanksgiving holiday has been not a fun holiday for me due to the reasons that I listed. And with this year, when I look at what I'm thankful for, a huge thing of what I'm thankful for is obviously my beautiful family, my wonderful career, and then you guys. And I wasn't saying it as like, hey guys, thanks so much for the support. I don't feel like that's the kind of relationship that we have. I feel like it's more of person-on-person relationships. We've talked about some very serious stuff on this channel, and I was just saying that I appreciate it. And as somebody who has kind of worked through a lot of darker things in their life to kind of shed them and be more positive, I know a lot of you guys may still be going through those darker times. And I wanted to say, hey, look, I'm grateful for you guys because you've helped me out so much. And I know a lot of you guys send us stuff saying that we help you, but understand you're helping us. So I'm grateful for you guys. And also to say, hey, look, it will get easier someday. It's not necessarily going to be today, but it will get easier. So I need you guys to stay in there. I need you guys to hold on to hope because it will change. It will just be a process, right? So that's the reason why I was saying all of that. But our Thanksgiving was great. Yesterday, we went over to Amy's grandparents' house and we had a wonderful Thanksgiving meal. And then today we went over to Amy's other grandparents' house and had another wonderful meal while we were watching the World Cup. And then tomorrow we're going to Amy's sister's house to have yet another wonderful meal. So we have 3 Thanksgivings that we went through, or we are going through. A total of 4 turkeys and 3 Thanksgivings and a ham. So you know I like that. More food, more food.
Dorilla said, Savannah, what made you choose clowns as your theme?
It wasn't really my choice at first. I was going to do Nightmare Before Christmas. I wasn't expecting it to turn into all of this. I just wanted to put some decorations in front of my house. I was going to do Nightmare Before Christmas because I wanted to be lazy and put something up in September and not have to take it down until January because Nightmare Before Christmas handles Halloween and Christmas. So that was the plan. And I went to Spirit Halloween with my oldest daughter. And I said, hey, yeah, I went and grabbed a Jack Skellington and was about to walk out. And she was like, dude, yeah, that's cool and I get it. But look at these scary clowns. And I looked at him and she was like, you know, some people are terrified of clowns. So I was like, all right, I guess we'll go with clowns. And, you know, so I got Creepy Towering Clown and I got Hugs right then. And then it just kind of evolved into this craziness that you see before you today.
Halloween King said, is there a prop you regret not buying and wishes that it will return next year?
Great question. I don't know if it would be one that would return next year. I wish I would have gotten Cuddles. I know that Cuddles, I think, is still on the website. I want him based off of how he looks. And now that I know the size of his head, but I don't want to pay his retail price for it because I know what his head is made out of. I think that's I mean, I wanted for a very long time to get a Honky the Clown, and we were able to get one right before Halloween. Is there any other prop, Amy, that we really wanted that other than like a distortions prop or a
Poison prop?
yeah, like
No.
a right?
Not that I
I
can
think
think
we've
of.
gotten there's not many other clown props that I think Spirit has released that we don't have already. Right?
Yeah, no.
Trying to think of ones. Maybe you guys know. Trying to think of ones that they have released that we don't have already, other than I know Cuddles.
So Night Yoshi, of course, is coming back giving suggestions on shirts.
Oh, I want to say
And
that
that's what I wanted to remind you of. Go ahead.
what?
The exercise.
Oh, we created the exercise shirt. We put it up on our web store, which is down below. However, it got denied. So we have to redesign it. But I was going to say I wore a Night Yoshi shirt on Thanksgiving. So
You sure did.
I did. I rocked it with a Colorado Rockies hat.
Speaking of Rockafire was in and said he loved your shirt.
Oh yeah, this is a Rockafire fan t-shirt. That's the other thing is that I support other YouTube channels. I mean, I got Brick Thunder's poster right there. I have Haunt World's
Sticker.
flyer right there.
Oh, and his sticker on the.
I have a J.A. Haunts sticker right there. Trying to see. They got a CS Haunts sticker right there. Terror on Merrimack sticker here.
Is it Merrimack?
No, it's Merrimack. It's a different.
Oh, okay.
So I trying to see if there's any other ones up there. Haunt World sticker, gigantic Haunt World sticker right there. So I support other YouTube channels. I'll rock your merch, all of that stuff. So if you ever want to send something to Amy and I, you always can. Again, the P.O. box is down below.
Just Gliding Around said, did you hear about Brick's archway clown getting run over?
Yes, I did. He actually showed me the photos. So some of you guys, I don't know if you're aware, but Amy and I are very close with Brick and his parents and his sister. And so a lot of the stuff that goes on in Brick's world, we kind of know either right as it happens or very soon after. But yeah, somebody drove their car and got into a car accident right in front of his house and ruined some props. It wasn't just the archway clown. Oh, that's another clown that we haven't gotten, was the archway clown. But it wasn't just that. He had some props from HalloweenCostumes.com that were sent to him this year. And some of those got ruined, which, sucks because those were brand new props for 2022 that were ruined before his haunt was even open. Sad, sad day. I would have been pissed.
So speaking of Thanksgiving and all that, going back, I'm just kind of trying to get caught up on comments. There's a lot. But Ryan Taunton said, I'm very thankful this year. I got to know you so much more and meet up with you. You are one of my friends, and I'm very thankful that I got to know you and your family more this year.
Yeah, definitely. I will say that, Ryan, you and specifically your mom, super sweethearts. Amy and I are glad to call you guys our friends. I'm just going to say it, that I don't know if there is a more generous haunter than Ryan's haunts. I've seen him give animatronics up that he was going to have for people who, like, we were at Flagship and there was somebody or later on in line that didn't have a number that was low enough to get in and get the animatronic that they wanted. Ryan actually said, hey, I was going to purchase this, but you can have it, which is amazing to me because we waited out there for days. And I've seen him do acts like that multiple times. And this is one of the things I was talking about with this community, is that we get to be ourselves. And I don't know if we are as congratulatory or happy for other people's successes, or celebrate one another enough in the world, let alone the haunter community. I feel like there's a lot of times that it's like, I want to be the first to get this or the first to get that, or I need the biggest this or the biggest that. And I feel like we're kind of trying to do something different over on this side. And so I appreciate you so much, Ryan. Sorry that I put a sandwich in your mailbox. I never released a video showing that, but yes, I did drive from Dallas, Texas, down to South Texas just to put a sandwich in Ryan's Haunts mailbox. And then I got to meet up with him and his mom the next day, and we went to Spirit Halloween and did a video. So, but he ate a sandwich out of his mailbox. So I will say that.
Meow Hunt said, how loud is your clown horn?
It is very loud. Actually, if you guys want to find out how loud it is, we didn't talk about this, and we've already been on for about 45 minutes, but if you send a super chat, we honk that horn off in celebration of you. Every dime that we receive goes back into our haunt. And when we honk that off, it makes my eardrum drain, bleed. I can't hear out of usually it's my right ear for a good amount of time. It's fun. It's scary. And it's loud as crap. So I believe that ours is probably the loudest that
we'll have to test it, because on my Apple Watch, which is not charged right now,
it will do decibels.
Yeah, so we can do that next time. Halloween enthusiast asked what type of sandwich. Night Yoshi said, you put a sandwich in his mailbox. Where's my sandwich in that case? I gave you an awesome shirt after all. Don't I deserve a sandwich?
Everybody deserves a sandwich. You get a sandwich, and you get a sandwich, and you get a sandwich, and you. I don't remember. Oh,
Subway.
No, I was going to say, I don't remember why I put one in his mailbox to begin with, but yes, I do, because we did a live where we were doing a bunch of ridiculous stuff for donations, which we'll be doing again here in the future, probably around Christmas time. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's going to be before or after, but somewhere around there. And he made me eat some ridiculous stuff and do some gross, nasty, ridiculous stuff. And so I said, okay, well, I don't know, I'm going to put a sandwich in your mailbox. And then I videotaped me putting a sandwich in his mailbox. I drove away and sent it to him. So he went and got it out of his mailbox and then ate it. Said it was good. He prefers, I believe he prefers, I think we talked about this.
Was it the meatball?
No, I think he prefers Jersey Mike's over Subway, if I remember correctly. Okay. I gave him a Subway sandwich.
I don't remember.
I got him the kids meal just to be a jerk.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God, he had the little apple juice.
Oh.
He drank it like.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got him the kids meal, a little apple juice.
Brian Taunt said, I honestly might put some Thanksgiving dinner in your mailbox. LOL, there's too much leftovers here.
We have no leftovers. That's the thing, is I spent $225 on turkeys this year. And because we're going to somebody else's house this year, sometimes we've hosted, but now other people are hosting this year. We haven't brought any leftovers home.
We need to.
Yeah, because that turkey, I got deep fried turkey. Oh my goodness. Worth
the money, right?
Worth the money, 100%. It was the cost of an animatronic spent on turkey. There you go.
That's true. Brian's random goal said, were you using a chainsaw in your haunt? Couldn't figure out what you were using.
Is it up here? Where is it?
No, it's downstairs.
No, it's actually not a chainsaw. It is, it was made by Alan Hops, who is the creative director of one of the country's largest haunted houses. And that haunted house is Dark Hour. And it is a prop made out of a drill. And then everything else to make that chainsaw comes from like the 99-cent store. So like the part that looks like the chainsaw body where the motor would be is just
I'll go get it in a second.
2 pieces of Tupperware. It's a big foam piece that looks like a chainsaw. The handle is a, what is it? A measuring cup.
Yeah.
Well, Amy said she'll grab it and we can show you guys exactly how it was put together. But the way when you swing it around somebody and the sounds of it, there's a lot that goes into people's imagination when it comes to your haunted house. So you don't necessarily have to use a big, heavy chainsaw that is shooting out gas fumes the whole time inside of your haunted house. Is not going to be a good move. This is a very light thing, very easy to maneuver, and it scares the crap out of people.
Oh,
You okay?
I lost it. Knox Haunt said, have you seen the new Wednesday show on Netflix?
Great question. Amy and I are watching Wednesday as we speak. If you have not seen Wednesday, it is a mini series based off of the daughter from the Addams Family, and it is directed by Tim Burton, and it's very interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Sabrina series that came out a few years ago, except Wednesday, in my opinion, is a way better character. I love how dark and
Yeah, I like it a lot.
just her personality is very...
I'm going to go grab it real quick.
Okay. Her personality is just very dry. And there's times that, you know, she would say something that sounds like it's bad news, and then she's happy about it. It's just really, really cool. You guys should check it out. I also want to check out Weird, which is on Roku. It's not haunted house related, but it's supposed to be like a docu-series about, or a biopic about Weird Al. If you don't know who Weird Al is, watch it. You'll laugh your ass off. So, you said Tim Burton or Wes Craven. I believe it's Tim Burton. At least the last episode we watched was Tim Burton. I don't know if they switch back and forth. Okay, so this is that chainsaw, right? So again, there is a drill on the back here. I don't know if it's on. Let's see. Right, so depending on how hard you squeeze it, I'm barely squeezing it now, so it sounds like a rumble. It's pretty loud. If I was to just like pull it, it sounds like a horn. Right? Like honk honk, like an old like 1940s car. But you have to make sure you don't do that when you're using it. But this is a drill that is painted. I had to tape it because I dropped it during Halloween. Usually this big blue piece isn't there. But then this is, I'm trying to get these are two Tupperware pieces. You can kind of see that this is like a square Tupperware bowl. This piece got cut and just had some
like basket
behind
basket,
it,
yeah.
Where this was painted silver. This was painted silver. This is a measuring cup. Stuff like this. This is just one of those. If you go to a pizza place and you ask for like Parmesan cheese and they give it to you in a little plastic cup, that's one of these where it just had holes poked in it from a hot knife or I'm sorry, a soldering iron. And then this is just foam. You can see it has teeth and everything, but it's foam. There's two paint stirrers from Home Depot in here, and then foam cut around and painted on. So when you swing this around people, and you're dressed like a scary person and it's rumbling, to them, they're not necessarily looking at it and going, oh yeah, that's a measuring cup, right? They can't tell. It just looks like it's a guard, and they're hearing the rumble and you're swinging it around like here. And also because this is made out of foam, you can see like it's lost a couple teeth here. We've had this for a couple years because there are times where, you're swinging it around and somebody will put their arm up. Well, if the foam hits them, it's never going to hurt them. It's actually really soft. Whereas if you're using a real chainsaw, if somebody was to put their arm up and you accidentally hit them, you may have an issue, right? Yeah. You may actually hurt somebody, and that's not the goal of Halloween. So this was a very, very, very cool piece made by Alan. It's kind of similar to the horn where the drill is hooked up to something. So the electronics within the drill and the voltage in the drill activates a horn. This one just allows you to rumble. Right, so that sounds like an idling chainsaw, right? Sounds like an idling chainsaw, and then when you want to make it sound like it's going to cut somebody, you just pull the trigger a little harder. So you're like, right? Oh, I think it just died. Yep, battery just died. But as you swing it around and pull the trigger harder, it gets louder, and it doesn't necessarily sound like ooga, right? As long as you have that. Yeah, it's dying so much right now that if I pull it to a certain degree, it dies. Ooga, right? If you just do that, you're going to sound like a car. Not going to scare anybody. Ooga!
Darilla said, what's your favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich? I really love a Monte Cristo. Yeah, Amy made me a Monte Cristo the other day. Monte Cristo is delicious. You can make them at home. If you get them made from somewhere, they usually deep fry them. That could be a little too much deep fry, but making one at home is great. It's like a grilled cheese with some ham in it. You put some powdered sugar on top. Amazing. I also love a meatball sub. Nothing healthy. So Amy eats the vegetable sandwich. Me, meatball.
If I wasn't vegetarian, I would have.
Or chicken parm sandwich is good too.
Golden Embers earlier said something about our horn being broken, but it's not. I mean, I guess it is broken, but it's not broken.
So it is broken, meaning that we had to tape the crap out of it.
Okay, then.
Because, and realistically, I could fix this in probably 25 minutes. It's just I taped this up on Halloween, and I've kept it taped since then.
It really doesn't matter what it looks like. Nobody sees it.
That's the thing, is that nobody sees this during Halloween, but it definitely works. I have the battery actually right behind me. I'm sure I could plug it in. But we don't have a reason to because we haven't gotten a super chat there, guys. I just had a hiccup. But we have I just noticed we have 2 cotton candy guns from Killer Clowns. I didn't know.
The 3 putos are here.
Oh, hello, 3 putos. Hey.
He said he hasn't been on a stream since Terry.
Oh, man, dude, you've missed out on so much. You missed out on so much, my guy. We did quite a bit of animatronics. We were the first person with the new Toothy the Clown. We did a live video where we customized our Mr. Dark based on people's suggestions. You missed so much, man. What's going on, 3 putos? You better step it up, eh?
Oh, he didn't say anything yet, but Night Yoshi said I'd give you a super chat if you sing at the peanut butter jelly time and give me a peanut butter jelly sandwich while wearing a banana costume or anything besides the horn hurts my ears.
We can do I don't have a banana costume. Yeah, you know what? That's another good sandwich, though. A peanut butter and banana sandwich. Don't know if you've ever had one. Peanut butter and banana sandwich?
No, I don't. That's gross.
What do you mean? That's gross. What are you talking about? Peanut butter banana sandwich is delicious. Hold on. In the chat, type the number 5 if you like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Type any other number if you think that's disgusting. Amy seems to think it's disgusting. Have you ever tried it?
Yes. I don't like bananas. Like I like them. It's like pineapples on your pizza.
Pineapples on pizza is delicious.
No, it's not.
Hold up. You know what? This is what we're going to do. We are going to post up a poll. We're going to post up a poll here. We already can see that quite a bit of people like peanut butter and banana sandwich, but
what are you doing?
I'm going to ask. We're going to find out if I'm just a weirdo or if other people like this as well. We'll give folks a minute and a half.
Wow.
So disrespectful.
They're just speaking the truth, okay?
Hey, you know what? You didn't say anything when you didn't say they were speaking the truth when it came to a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Pineapple is cold. Pineapple
No, it's not.
But that's yes. Pineapple is supposed to be cold whenever.
What are you talking about? Have you ever eaten a pineapple?
Yes.
Off of a tree? It's not refrigerated.
Hot pineapple is gross
Oh,
with cheese and
okay,
pasta
so hold
sauce.
on. You never had ham with some pineapple? You never cooked a ham and you had pineapple in there?
No, I haven't.
Your grandmother cooked it that way?
Yeah, but you don't eat the pineapple. That's
what are you talking about? Yes.
You only eat the ham.
No, you get a piece of pineapple. You can slice up the pineapple.
No.
What do you got against pineapple?
See, everybody agrees. 66. I think you should end your poll.
Everybody doesn't agree. Just 66% does.
Okay, that's majority, sir.
Okay, that's almost half. That's almost half. Okay. Pineapple on pizza.
Yes, pineapple on its own is amazing. I love pineapple on its own. I agree.
Halloween Collector says, I'm with John on this one.
Well, the majority is not.
Majority of you, what it is that you've probably never tried it. You probably eat pepperoni and sausage. And you say, you know what? I'm good. Which pepperoni and sausage? Delicious. However, just try it. Put a little pineapple on there. You'll take a bite and be like, holy moly. Delicious. It's delicious.
Uh-oh. So
What do we got?
Mr. Quackers sent in a $2 super chat and said, I had pineapple on pizza and it was the best thing.
Yes!
That's not.
$2 super chat, Mr. Quackers. Not only coming through with the $2 super chat, but also coming through with the verification that he's tried it because he was taking risks and was pleasantly surprised. Amy, pleasantly surprised by the pineapple.
I don't want you going deaf.
Mr. Quackers, this one is for you, buddy. We appreciate it. We brought the horn out of retirement. Here's to my ears. Why does it seem like it gets louder each time?
I told you to wash your ears and you put it right back.
Wash my ears?
Watch your ears.
Told you to wash your ears. Acting like I don't wash my ears.
No.
Told you to wash your ears. Thank you very much, Mr. Quackers. Appreciate you. You just gave us a super chat for $2, and that $2 is going to be going to either the haunt or the channel.
See, everyone's worried about your hearing.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So, what else should we discuss, Ermi?
All right. Well, we already discussed this. T. Hallow said, what's your favorite spirit animatronic that is not a clown? Well, I guess we didn't discuss it this live.
We didn't discuss it this live. I really think Grimm is a good prop. I think that Grimm is probably my top. Anything that is more spook, like I like Baphomet. I like Lord Raven. I like the stuff that looks very metal, right? Just I don't want to say demonic, but because it's not really a demon, but something that is just like animal skull, something like that is just really, really, really cool. So
what about Mr. Dark? I know that they were talking about on Haunt World's live with Ryan's and Brick, they were talking about a 20-foot Mr. Dark, like going all the way up.
So you know that you can actually get multiple Mr. Darks and make that happen. You just have to increase the scissor mech.
Yeah.
But Mr. Dark is a really good prop. He was the first prop that we bought from Spirit that was not a clown. So I will say that obviously says something about him. However, we turn him into a prop or turn him into a clown. So I love his mech. But it would have been cooler. Like I thought Lucky Bottoms was going to be a Mr. Dark reskin. So
let's see.
I mean, we have Let me do this real quick. We have certain props that have been turned into clowns, right? So Mr. Dark is not our only prop that we have had turned into a clown. So this is an Ellie hatchet that obviously I have to fix her whole outfit and put her hands on and everything, but we've turned into or we had somebody turn into a clown where her hatchet is now a mallet, right? So she swings it down. So there are other props that we own that are not clowns. But yeah, I think when it comes to Grim, the way that he moves, the way that he looks is really cool. And then again, any of those things that are just very, very dark are really badass.
We have a lot of questions, but Horror Hunt sent in a $2 super chat, but didn't ask any questions or anything. So,
well, Horror Haunts, I appreciate you so much, brother. And again, your $2 super chat goes back into our haunt so that we can make it bigger and better next year. We have already made plans to double the size of our haunted house for 2023. And people like you are exactly why we hopefully can make that happen. Again, we do not charge for our haunted house. This last year, we actually did not even take donations. So it strictly comes from the YouTube aspect of it. So appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you. This one's for you. We're going to buck it off 2 times.
people are saying, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it with blowing the horn. So maybe you should horn or
Song.
song.
I don't have another drumstick though, babe.
Yeah, I know.
We need another drum. We need another drummy stick.
Also, Night Yoshi said double the size. How are you going to do that?
So, I went and visited Haunt World's haunted house, and I saw what he did with his haunt, and he did an amazing haunt with a bunch of pallets as walls that wouldn't work with ours. But what we could do is technically the same technique that we've previously done within our haunt. We can extend that out into a driveway by using some canopies and then creating the walls the same way. And I think that would give us, one, obviously about double the space, and 2, we wouldn't have to necessarily put a queue how we do usually, because when we do that queue, there's always some mishap of, somebody took cuts or somebody did this or somebody did that. Whereas if they're just on a straight walkway, it might be better. So yeah, there's that.
Lots of ideas.
Lots of ideas. We have lots of ideas. We've actually talked about doing a donation only like fast pass, which now that I think about it, may be easier for us to do because we could have a walkway going both ways.
Yeah, but I thought, yeah, we have a lot to discuss.
We have a lot to discuss.
Because I don't know if we're going to charge or not, and then if we're going to be using the backyard, or if we're going to be not using as many animatronics and doing the whole front yard as well for the haunted house.
Didn't think about that.
I did. You know who gave me the idea? Jaden's videos.
Oh, really?
Dude.
I did not think about that.
Literally, like, and I haven't seen like everybody's haunt, but Jaden's videos haunt is like my all-time favorite so far. Like, I loved his haunt.
I think at this point we have a lot of animatronics that go into our display that when we put all of them out, it's almost too much.
It's too much.
People see them and they go, wow, this is crazy. But realistically, it's almost too much to put into one spot because we usually don't put too many animatronics within our haunt. So we may switch it up quite a bit next year. We're like Amy said, we got a lot to discuss.
Yeah. Many ideas.
But the main goal, I will say, is extending it.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
let's see. Hi Blaze said, I got Toothy the Clown for $230. Is that a good deal?
That is a good deal.
He used a 20% off coupon for Black Friday.
Heck yeah. Did your Toothy the Clown come in yet? And if so, does it have more detail than ours did? Because the only other one I've seen was Brick Thunder's. He also purchased his using a 20% off coupon, and his had more detail. His was the retail version, and ours was the sample version.
Ryan's random goal said, what did you use for your music in your haunt? How did you find the songs?
We went on YouTube for ours. There is a very, very cool, like hour-and-a-half playlist that plays music, and the music will stop abruptly by some kind of electrical sound crashing or something. And then you'll have these creepy like circus sounds in the background that won't necessarily be music, but you'll hear big thumps or rain dropping and stuff like that. So we used that. However, I did see that when we did any of our videos with that music in the background, they ended up getting copywritten. So this upcoming year, I think we are going to try to create our own soundtrack, which some of you know, some of you don't. I have previously dabbled in the music industry. And so I think that will probably be our best bet for next year, to make sure that all of our music is 100% original, so that we don't have to worry about any copyright stuff.
Halloween Enthusiast said, I'm making a Terrifier room in my haunt. What scene should I make?
If you're doing a Terrifier room in your haunt, I mean, there's multiple scenes that I don't know if I can necessarily discuss on here. I would either say, I've only seen the first one, haven't seen the second one yet. Still to this day, have not seen the second one. Also haven't seen the Spirit Halloween movie yet, and also haven't seen the newest Halloween movie yet. But obviously the bathroom scene, I'll say, at the pizza place would be a cool place to have Art the Clown, and a very gross location at that, to really knock people out of their comfort zone. Or I'm sure that obviously people would think about the hacksaw scene, but you would have to make that a little more PG.
Anthony Hughes said they should make a Psychotic Circus of Savannah Lego set for your YouTube channel logo.
That would be cool. I think that we can get one customized.
Can you?
Yeah, I believe so. I'll look into that, because I think that would be cool. I would love it. I would hang one up. There's a couple things that we've looked at and talked with people about. Some folks had, for a while now, we've had quite a bit of people saying, I'm going to make a Psychotic Circus of Savannah logo animatronic. And I've seen where people have started the process. Like I saw where someone did his neck ruffle. And I saw where somebody had made his blue and white polka dot shirt, two different haunters, but nothing ever came out of it. And I'm not sure if it's just the amount of work that goes into it, because it's not easy to make a prop from scratch. But I would absolutely love an animatronic that was made to look like our logo. Matter of fact, if I can get my hands on Hugs, how he creeps forward instead of having his hands this, switching his hands more like that, like, you know, how we can twist them and making him go, like that would be really cool. So, you know, well, something to think about.
Golden Ember said, please make a Spirit Halloween wrap part 2 for next year's Spirit 40.
So, yes, we started the process for one this year, but we didn't complete it. The thing is this, I will say this. I want to do an actual video, though. We did the lyric video last time, and I was saying, hey, guys, if this gets to a certain amount of views, we'll do an actual music video for this. But didn't get to those views. And the thought processes that I've had about making an actual video, I'm not really sure if all of the punchlines and everything would be caught so quickly as it did with the lyric video, because the lyric video showed the animatronics that I was name dropping. Whereas I think if we were to do an actual video, a lot of those lines may go over some people's heads, not everybody, but some people's heads, and not really understand the wordplay of it. So, but who knows? Maybe it'd be nice to shoot a video right there at Flagship.
That's what Golden Embers just said.
Yeah.
Flagship next year.
So that would be really cool. That would be really cool. What do we have going on here in the future, Amy? We have to finish our animatronic video because we got Toothy and we have to add Toothy to our animatronic video. So that should be rolling out here.
I do not know.
Probably December.
Yeah, I don't. Next week is December.
Oh yeah.
So we just have to.
We have a lot of animatronics.
Yeah, it's like, see, I think the difference is, and I don't know, maybe they're the same way, but we just have so many, and then whenever we're putting it away, or putting our haunt away and putting this away, it's just you and I.
Right.
And so it just is like, plus on top of like our work schedule, it's just so hard.
Work schedule, kids schedule.
Yeah.
Everything else.
We are going to make it a priority. But to do it, it has to be done before the end of the year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's supposed to be 2022.
Right. So,
but also there is something that I've been wanting to roll out, and you and I actually have to discuss it a little more in detail. But something I want to roll out for you guys that I think is going to be huge. I've never seen another home hunter do it. And I think we'll talk off camera. Okay.
what does that have to do with?
I'm not going to say right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to, let me see here. We'll talk off camera. I can see that you look confused. You look like you just saw Reagan. Amy looked at me like this.
Whatever. Oh my gosh.
So,
well, there's only one thing that I wouldn't want you to say, because I want it to be a surprise of something that with our haunt that I want to do next year that you sent me a video on.
huh?
Okay, never mind. But you can tell me this because I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off camera though.
Okay. All right. Ryan is asking if you have ever got to calling Brick back.
Oh, great point. I know that Brick is traveling to California. He's going to Disneyland. And coincidentally, we were going to be going to Disneyland around October.
Yeah.
But we pushed that to January. Let's go ahead and call Brick Thunder again.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brick Thunder? Your animatronics are on fire.
Should we call him back?
Yeah.
What should we say?
Well, we need to make him say that who that is. Say, is this Brick Thunder?
Hello?
Oh, hi, is this Brick Thunder?
No, it's actually not.
Oh, hey, Brick Thunder, is your refrigerator running?
I'll go catch it if it is, but I don't think so.
It's Savannah. How you doing?
Good. We're in California right now.
I know. I figured that much. You are on a live with us right now. People were telling me to prank call you.
Oh, I see. That's what they told Haunt World too.
Did he do it though?
No, because I was also on the live.
Oh. When did you guys get to California?
Yesterday.
They
So-
went toward
And we're
that.
staying until Monday.
They went toward that Halloween.
Tuesday.
Oh, you went to best Halloween store ever?
Not yet. Today we went to Icons of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
Which is like more professional stuff.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we're going to the best Halloween store ever. And they have retail and pro stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. Let me say this, and again, you know, I tell people the pros and cons of stuff. In my opinion, the best Halloween store ever is actually not the best Halloween store ever.
Yeah. That makes sense. I've seen their prices, and there's they have like Sunstar stuff for over $200.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
and they do
I
have
know they
like
poison stuff. So
yeah,
they'll have some
I was
cool
gonna
stuff.
say they do have some poison stuff, but
Yeah.
Oh.
again, the props are they're pretty pricey.
When are they going to Disney?
Yeah.
Amy's asking when you're going to Disney.
Monday and Sunday.
Sunday and Monday.
Or
Awesome.
Sunday and Monday, yeah.
Right on. So you know what the deal is at Disneyland, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I have bracelets that we have and tattoos and stuff, and I'm gonna just hide them and then take pictures, and then you're gonna have to find them. And Haunt World's gonna have to find them too,
Oh,
because he's going a
sweet.
month later.
Oh, he's going in February?
I think so. I forgot when, but I know he's going right after you, so
Oh,
that's
sweet.
awesome.
That's
Go
gonna
find
be
some stuff,
fun.
Yeah,
I'm
we're gonna-
excited.
you'll have to leave stuff
So
for him.
yeah, I will. We're gonna have to do that because so the folks on camera right now, what's happening is Brick is going to Disneyland this weekend. He's going to hide some Brick Thunder bracelets and you said temporary tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna hide them in Disneyland. We're gonna see if those items are still there when we go
In January.
in January. And then when we go, we're gonna hide stuff. Haunt World will be going in February and see if he can find those. So, well, I thought I would call and say hi after prank calling you and asking if your refrigerator was running.
My animatronics on fire.
I was going to say, hey, man, sorry, I just crashed my car into your haunt.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you tell your parents and your sister that we wish all of you guys the best. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. And we hope that you guys have an awesome time out there, man.
Awesome. Thanks.
Get some Mexican food.
What? It cut out.
I said, get some Mexican food.
Oh yes, we will definitely.
Taco shop.
Every time.
All right, man. We'll talk with you.
All right. See ya.
See ya. There you guys go. Prank called Brick Thunder.
Haunt World is here as well. He said, howdy, partner.
Haunt World. We were just talking about you. We were on the phone with Brick. Heard that you are going to Disneyland right after we are. So Brick is hiding some stuff at Disneyland for us to find. We are going to hide some stuff at Disneyland for you to find. Hopefully we actually find them and Disney isn't just, I know that they keep their parks immaculate when
They
it
do.
comes to cleanliness. So I think we're going to have to be a little clever, like putting stuff under rocks or up in a tree or something of that nature. So, and if anybody else is going to Disneyland in January and or February, holler at us.
The animatronic guy said he's going in January.
When are you going in January, animatronic guy? And are you going to Disneyland or Disney World? Because
He said Disney World. Sorry.
okay, so we are not going to Disney World. We are going to Disneyland. Ryan says he might be going to Disney World again in January. You should switch it to Disneyland. We should do a haunters meetup at Disneyland and appreciate the place that got a lot of us in love with haunted houses, which is the Haunted Mansion.
When are they going in January?
Who, Ryan?
Yeah, so the animatronic guy and Ryan will be in Disney World in January.
Ryan said maybe.
Oh, okay.
I should probably text Ryan's mom and be like, hey, go to Disneyland.
Yeah, it might not be the same dates, though.
It might be, though. You don't know. You just went to Disney World, Ryan. Go to Disneyland. And you know what? On our next live, I think I'm going to show you guys my Haunted Mansion pin collection. I know some of you guys have asked about that because I look like an idiot with how many pins I wear to Disneyland.
You look like a big dork.
Hey!
You do, but it's all in fun.
Come here. I am a big dork. That's why. I'm proud to be a dork. You guys are probably dorky as well. And if you're not, then be proud of who you are. And
Yeah,
if you
I'm
are
not-
dorky, be proud of it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he's.
I'm a distinguished
You're
dork.
a Disney dork. That's not a bad thing.
I'm a distinguished dork. Proud to be a dork. Dork.
Hey, the animatronic guy said Disney nerd here. So hey, you guys have.
I'm not a nerd. Don't get that twisted.
Oh my gosh.
Far from a nerd.
Dork and nerd
yes.
is the same
Nerd.
thing.
No, there is
Yes,
a
it
difference between nerd and dork. A dork is somebody who's goofy, who's silly, who's just a freaking dork. A nerd? Loser.
So animatronic crazy said,
kidding.
will Haunted Mansion be open? It gets closed the majority of January
I know.
to change from the holiday to the original.
I know.
That's
There's
his
a very, very,
favorite
very, very,
ride.
very good chance that we will not be seeing the Haunted Mansion. They haven't shown when the Haunted Mansion is going to be closed in January 2023 yet. So there's a very good chance that we are going to miss it, which I'm a little upset about because it is my favorite ride of all time. I wear everything Haunted Mansion. I wear Haunted Mansion ears, Haunted Mansion shirt. I have a Haunted Mansion sweatshirt. I wear 7 lanyards full of Haunted Mansion pins. I have a backpack that has Haunted Mansion themed pins all over it. I'm even talking about getting some Haunted Mansion shoes for this trip. So I'm definitely Haunted Mansion out. And yes, Ryan, I did see that Bob Iger is back as the president of Disney. He was way better at controlling Disney than Chapstick or whatever the hell his name was.
Sutra Brother said, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is the best ride, hands down.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
We love that ride.
Yeah, but versus Haunted Mansion, bro, I could, if I had to make a choice of what ride I would ride, the last ride of my life, it would never, ever, ever be Mission Breakout.
Nate
Wait,
Scares.
how did we all of a sudden start talking on Disney?
Because Brick's
It's
there.
all right. I like it. I like
Nate
Disney.
Scares has said, have you gotten in contact with SBI about Cackle's Popcorn Clown Park? I'm trying to get new parts, but no response over email, and I got nowhere over phone.
So I emailed them on Wednesday. I have called them since before Halloween, have not gotten responses. That's one thing that we did not film before Halloween was our popcorn clown. And it's not working. So I'm not sure if they're ever going to respond. Hopefully they will. If not, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. So I hope it ends up working. I hope that somebody responds to our email. I followed all of their instructions on their email. I even said, look, I've called you guys 3 or 4 times. If it gets to the point when I'm in California, I have to stroll over to SBI's offices. Hey, knock, knock. Here to pick up a new popcorn clown. What were you laughing about, Amy? What'd someone say?
Animatronic Crazy said, very upset about Splash Mountain change. It's my other obsession besides Halloween. And Haunt World said, I bet Ryan wouldn't like Splash Mountain.
Yeah, Ryan gets afraid of certain rides, but it's okay. So, yeah, Splash Mountain changing. I mean, it's I think this is the first time that a lot of younger people are realizing the changes that are happening due to being politically correct. When I was younger, Pirates of the Caribbean was way different. They had scenes where they were selling women, right? Which is clearly not okay, but it doesn't take place in today's time. It's the days of pirates, and they're also drinking and shooting cannons at each other for some reason. Like, that's acceptable to do in front of kids, but not selling a wench. And it had a very funny joke. They had a more plus size woman there who was the one on the auction block, and then they had a very voluptuous redhead, and people were saying, we want the redhead. They even used to sell a shirt. I had a shirt that showed her, and it said, we want the redhead on it. And I wish I still had that shirt. But that, you know, that was the joke, is that all of these guys wanted this other girl. And then later on, the men were chasing the women around. And then they switched that to the women chasing the men around. Well, technically, the men were chasing the women around, except for the more plus-sized woman. She was chasing the man around. Then they switched it where all of the women were chasing the men around. Then they put like jewels and stuff in the men's hands. So they were like stealing stuff, and the women were like, no, get back here. But the joke part is taken away. The joke part, even though it might have been an insensitive joke, the joke part was taken away. And now it's just women chasing thieves. It doesn't have the same oomph to it. Changing Splash Mountain wholeheartedly just because of, and I don't want to say just because, but because of what it was originally themed after. I'm split on, if you guys don't know what's going on with it, I can kind of explain it. So Splash Mountain was themed off of a movie that really nobody in the United States has seen on any real scale, because the movie has been banned from the United States by the Walt Disney Company. They chose no longer to show it, but it was a movie based off of these old slave tales, which had these characters that are famous if you were to go back and read some of the books, of a man named Uncle Remus and Brer Fox, Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, and they were stories that were told that could teach you a lesson. And so they made a ride after it. But obviously the movie, when it did come out, paints that era to be smiles and songs and cartoons, when that's not what it was, right? However, I don't think that anybody, I don't want to say anybody, but I don't think majority of the people who have gone onto Splash Mountain have gotten offended by that, because most people before the internet age had no idea that Splash Mountain was actually created out of this long lost Disney movie that they haven't released since like 1953 or something like that. I don't know. So, but I'm okay with the change. I think that, I mean, Princess and the Frog was an awesome flick. And I just wish that they would have kept the mountain somewhere in the name, instead of calling it like Tiana's Bayou Adventure or whatever. Like, there's no reason that they had to change the name. It could have still been Splash Mountain, but just completely rethemed. I also think that there's been a lot of stuff that's happened at Disney that I don't necessarily agree with, where they're trying to turn every ride into an intellectual property. So, yeah.
Haunt World said, are you going to get the Jack statue?
Haunt World, you're late. You're late, bro. You're late. Okay? You're late. Okay?
We opened it at the beginning.
You're late, Haunt World. You're late. You're late. He's late. I know he's late.
He said, when did you get him?
Like, when did we open him, or when did we get the box? We got the box.
I think we got Toothy first, right?
They were like 2 days apart from each other.
Yeah, we got Toothy first.
We got Toothy first, and it had a date. Don't open until, I think it said the 21st, and then we got a contact from Spirit, said no, you can actually release a video on the 20th. And then 2 days later, from receiving that, we received this box, which this box here, and it said not to open until the 25th. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure our address wasn't shown. It says not to open until the 25th. So we did not open it until today. Came with a nice card inside from our friends at Spirit. This is going to be a very nicely displayed piece next to our Crouchy piece, Haunt World, I believe you got a Jack statue, and I don't know if you noticed at the bottom, it actually says 2023 as opposed to Crouchy that says 2022. So very, very cool. Very cool pieces.
Anthony Hughes said, did you get a new arm with a girl for Sweet Dreams Clown?
Have not. We have not. Sweet Dreams Clown is, Amy has just ruined that prop.
What? Really?
Yeah, really. The girl doesn't swing anymore. Chin's all messed up. We kind of fixed the chin, but girl doesn't swing anymore.
Haunt World said I haven't taken either out of the box.
Oh, well, there you go. I just took them out. I'm going to put them back in the box when we're done. I'm going to present mine with the box on how I have it displayed. But yeah, it says 2023 on the bottom as opposed to 2022. So I don't know if this is going to be available for folks to purchase at their local Spirit Halloween next year.
It's online right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For like $39.95 or something.
So, but I think that this is kind of a hint. Obviously, next year, 2023, being the 40th anniversary of Spirit Halloween. And I think that this may tell us that we're going to get some more Jack the Reaper merch, which would be nice. We already have the Spirit Halloween shirts, obviously, but fingers crossed that we can get an animatronic. I will say this, though, that the back of his box says, like, if you ever hear his voice. And I don't think, even this year when we saw him, when you looked up in the ISE, I don't think he laughed or anything. I think he might have made like a sound or something, but I don't think we actually heard his voice. So
Dorillist said, I have a question for Amy, and that is, what made you so scared of Reagan? You can tell the story.
You want me to tell the story,
Yes.
even though he asked you?
Yeah.
Amy was very young when she first saw that movie. Very young. What were you, like 6?
No, like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
I love that she acted as if 6 was a much different age from 5.
That is.
But well, so is 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is the same difference as 5 and 6.
It's a huge difference.
It's 1 year.
It's huge. 4, you're not even in school yet.
Correct.
5, you're learning your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
Correct. 6.
You're learning multiplication.
What school did you go to where you learn your ABCs and then multiplication the next year? What's this? B? That's correct. Now what's 47 times 182?
Oh my gosh. That's not how they do it nowadays.
No, they don't. We have kids. No, they don't.
I'm dying.
Anywho, she saw it when she was 4 or 5 or 6. Doing her parents interrupted her multiplication homework to make her watch The Exorcist, and it scared the crap out of her. And then you watched it later on again, didn't you?
Yes, but hold on. When I watched it that first time, I was so terrified, and we had a ghost. Never mind. We really did. Ask my sister and my stepmom and everybody. I'm telling you, we had a ghost in our house. We did. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I threw up on my sister. We had a ghost in our house. I promise you.
You had a stomach bug in your
No,
house. Is
I
what
didn't.
It was called the flu.
No, I didn't. Anyways. And then I tried to watch it again when I was in high school. And
Did you throw up again?
No, but it terrified me. I was so scared.
Golden Ember said you peed yourself like Reagan.
No. I tried to watch it again when I was older because I thought that maybe it would be better and I would get over my fears, and it didn't help. And I couldn't sleep at night, and even like now I don't like being by myself in the dark at night.
You're not by yourself in the dark at night.
I know
You
I'm
have
not.
the ghost to follow you around.
No, the ghost isn't here now. It was in the old house.
Type a G in the chat if you believe in ghosts. I'll tell you, I won't type a G in the chat.
Thank you.
You guys. Hi, Blaze. Put a bunch of A's.
Wait, what?
Put a bunch of A's. Oh, Ryan blocked it. No ghosts. I do not, says Golden Embers.
No, I don't, and I know it was so.
Sonic Gamer, she will never watch it again. I even bought it. She will never
And
watch it
there's
again.
a new Exorcist coming out that looks absolutely terrifying.
Amy, it's a movie. You realize that there's like a guy holding a boom mic, eating a bagel.
Oh, look,
Right?
the animatronic said, I don't believe, but he's heard voices before.
Yeah, that just means that he's crazy.
No, it doesn't.
He's a schizophrenic. You need to go take some meds, buddy. You heard voices and they were like, go watch The Exorcist. It got 2 thumbs up from, it has 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Amy believes that
There was a ghost.
there was a ghost in her house.
There was.
Okay, Amy. No, there wasn't. There's been no scientific evidence that ghosts exist.
Oh, look, the animatronic guy said he heard footsteps and voices.
It was me walking over there saying, hey, dude,
Do you want a sandwich?
you want a sandwich? Hey, why don't you try this pineapple pizza? Exorcist 2 was garbage, though. I will say that, Sonic Gamer. But, so that's why Amy's afraid of The Exorcist.
Golden Ember said, Jonathan, did you hear about the new Pennywise series coming to HBO?
I did. It is supposed to be a like an origin story to show when he first came around, which is strange because if you actually read the book talks about that he's been around since the beginning of time, and that this is the weird thing I don't think people know that haven't read the book, that it, or Pennywise, is actually a space alien that resembles a spider, is the best way that they can describe it. And he feeds every 27 years. And I don't think that they really put that in the movies of like, hey, space alien. So who knows if it's going to be a little more true to the book or if it's going to kind of follow the canon of the last 2 It movies.
Ryan Taunt said, come on, Savannah, grim grinning ghosts are real.
They come out to socialize. Grim grinning ghosts. Now I'm going to have that stuck in my head. But that's okay, because I love that song.
Knox Haunt said, have you ever seen the Krampus movie?
Yes, we've seen the Krampus movie. We own it. So I own, how many Blu-rays do you think we actually own?
I don't know, a lot.
Hundreds and hundreds.
We can get everything on.
I know, but I'm the kind of person, Amy likes to just stream stuff. I'm the kind of person that likes to have the tangible item. I like looking at the case. I like having the disc. I like watching bonus features. But we watched Krampus last Christmas, I believe. Right? I think it was last Christmas.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So yes, we've seen the Krampus movie. That's why I said in our last video, thank you, Krampus.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have not lost the spirit of Xmas. But yeah, so, well, what else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up here?
Sonic Gamer said, have you seen Child's Play 1?
The very first one, yes.
I saw that when I was little, and that was not scary at all whatsoever.
So Chucky doesn't scare you?
No, not at all.
But a girl that pukes and pees on the ground scares you?
Yes.
Amy, we have 5 kids. We've seen kids puke and pee on the ground before.
Spirit Halloween fan said Chucky is scarier than Reagan. That is not true. That is not scary at all.
Amy.
Yeah, see, Night Yoshi said Child's Play was always more funny than scary. Same here.
To me, The Exorcist is funny. She pees all over the ground. She says stuff about I can't say on here, but it's not, to me, it's very hard for, like, I get scared at jump scares, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's a loud noise,
Yeah.
something flashes in front of you, but I don't really get like spooked out. Like, oh, I watched fill in the blank movie and then feel like somebody's going to do the same to me. That's not how it works for me. But I've always been able to watch a movie and remember that there's a guy holding a boom mic, eating a bagel in the background. You know, like there's a lighting person, there's a person behind the camera. There's, you know, to me, anytime that something started to get scary, I just tell myself that, right? So it's like movies don't really do that for me. I'm more interested in like the stories of them, I guess you could say. And there's a lot of horror movies that are just not good stories.
The Triputo said, have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2?
Are we talking about the original, or are we talking about the remake that came out in the early 2000s? I think I saw both of them, actually, now that I think about it.
He hasn't specified yet. In the meantime, Not Yoshi said, speaking of movies, have you ever seen Clown Town?
Clown Town? No, never even heard of it.
And the Triputo said,
yes, the original
part. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Original Part 2.
Yep, totally have. Awesome flick, in my opinion, because that's back when the effects were still live effects, like they weren't CGI. So anything that you saw, somebody had to be creative. Like, you know, we were talking about this popcorn that had to get made. They would make stuff out of latex and out of just household items. And it was more of like experimentation of, well, let's see how this looks on camera. And so I always respect movies that have more practical effects.
Anthony Hughes says, remember The Exercise?
Yeah. We talked about that.
I know, maybe he wasn't here.
Yeah, so we talked about it. We created that shirt. The web store down below denied the shirt, so we have to recreate it again. I know that we can probably do it on giveaway stickers, like if we go through a different vendor, but I would like to make it as a shirt because it's freaking hilarious, and it turned out really good.
Yeah.
It literally shows like the beginning of The Exorcist, but instead of the house, it's a 24-hour fitness, all black and white, and it says The Exercise in purple. It looks hilarious. So Golden Ember says, hey, Amy, I never got the sticker or keychain. When did you mail it? That was a long time ago, dude.
I did. Like all of that was mailed a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Let me look at that.
I feel like Golden Embers has said he hasn't gotten something multiple times. Maybe you're just trying to get extra stuff, Golden Embers.
And then somebody I had to send, I sent twice, and even though I sent it already. But hold on, let me see.
Amy's checking it exactly when we sent it over to Golden Embers. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? I see here, James Hunt says, I want to make my own professional haunt and be a practical artist and set designer for movies, especially horror, when I grow up. Dude, you can do it. I believe you totally can. You set your mind to anything, you can accomplish it. You just have to stay focused, not get distracted by bad influences, and keep in your heart what you want your final goal to be. And every day, even if it's just waking up and keeping it inside of your head or making a baby step towards that goal, but every day you have to get closer and closer and closer and closer to your goal. And that goes for anything, absolutely anything. Golden Ember said maybe somebody saw it and stole it.
Did he email?
The Three Putos says, I feel like Savannah listens to Poker Face by Eric Cartman on replay. What? That is so random. That is so random. How'd you know? I don't think I've ever heard it. I can imagine that it's Lady Gaga's Poker Face, but Eric Cartman singing it, but I've never heard it. That's funny.
I need to know. Golden Embers needs to email me because I need it because I can't. I'm like looking. Did he email me his address?
You need to just search for Ember.
I know, but I did. Is it under a different name?
He sent it on Discord. That's why. To me. Here, I'll pull it up now. See, look, now instead of us having a fun live, we have to chase down what Golden Embers ended up doing with his packages.
Golden Embers.
Golden Embers.
Guys, we said if you need to give us your address, you have to email.
No, he gave it to me, and I had it when we went.
Gave it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, then it definitely, okay, so, yeah, it definitely was sent out.
Yeah, watch. I can actually probably show you where I sent it to you because I can see it on the same date. So he sent his address back on October 27th.
The realist said, I feel like Amy eats beans while watching Cars 2. That doesn't even make sense.
Eats beans while watching Cars 2?
I mean, I love beans.
But do you love
Cars 2? I mean, not really.
I'm not really a fan of Cars, period.
I like Cars, but I like.
But he sent it back on October 27th. And I'm going to search up his city to see. You may want to double check that you gave us the correct address, dude. Because, yeah, back in October, we sent it right before Halloween.
And he got a keychain and a
sticker. Keychain and a sticker. And a sticker. Night Yoshi said Toy Story is such an amazing trilogy, but there's 4. There's 4 there, buddy. That's a trilogy plus 1.
I cried in Toy Story.
Which one?
A lot of them.
Did you cry in the first one?
I don't think so.
Did you cry in the second one?
I don't remember.
Did you cry in the third one?
Definitely the third and fourth.
The fourth one I didn't think was that good. The third one, yeah.
That was so sad. They're going their separate ways?
About time. They've been making damn movies for 40 years.
No, that is so sad.
I will say Toy Story 3, just to be honest with you guys, all right? I'm secure enough in my manhood to say this. Toy Story 3, when they're going down towards that little water or fire pit, the look that Buzz and Woody give each other of like, dude, we are going to die. And I love you, bro. Sorry that we have to go out this way. This is the end.
3 and 4 were sad.
I could feel that watching Toy Story 3. Yeah. Toy Story 4 is all right. Yep, I agree. Ryan said the fourth one was not needed. The Toy Story 3 was the perfect send-off. I totally agree because they went to the little girl and it could have been like, all right, everything is good, fine and dandy. The fourth one where they're like, yeah, they're at their fair and they got the Canadian guy that rides motorcycles and all that. I don't know if that was necessary. What's my favorite movie is what Meow asks. Favorite movie of all time? I don't know. I got a lot of favorite movies when I think about it. I really love Pulp Fiction. I really love Scarface. I really love A Christmas Story. I really love Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 3, not so much. I really love the original Halloween. I really love Terrifier. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. All right, I want to say it's one of my favorites.
Harry Potter.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie in my life.
I love Harry Potter.
I've never seen one Harry Potter movie ever. Star Wars, I think, sucks. That's right. I said it. I've watched Star Wars movies.
Oh.
Boring. You know what I thought was going to be boring, but was actually amazing? Indiana Jones movies. Love them. Star Wars, not interested. Not interested.
You're gonna hurt some feelings in a minute. The Three Putos said, "Not Amy eats beans while watching the Fluffy the comedian."
Oh, I hate that comedian.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, you do. We were looking at stand-up the other day. What's that fool's name? I hate that. He's like his whole career has been off of one joke that he told back in 1992, where he said, "I'm not fat, I'm fluffy," and everybody laughed. And he was like, "Oh, okay, this is now going to be my thing. I'm just going to use the term fluffy."
Spirit Halloween fan said, "Why do you hate him? He's funny."
Why do I hate who?
I think he's talking about Fluffy.
Why do you hate him? He's fun. He ain't that funny. There's
I haven't seen
way
him.
funnier comedians out there. Bill Burr is hilarious. Dave Chappelle is hilarious. Louis C.K. is hilarious.
Anthony Hughes said, "What's your honest opinion?"
Mike Epps is
of
hilarious.
the Spirit Halloween movie.
I haven't seen the Spirit Halloween movie yet. Have not seen it yet. We actually, a couple of us are going to watch it together. So, for instance, Ryan's Haunts and Brick Thunder and Haunt World, a couple of us are going to be watching it together because, surprisingly, a bunch of us haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
So,
Allie Kate says, "What is your favorite comedian, Savannah?"
I just named those comedians. I will say Mike Epps has some very, 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 very hilarious jokes that have literally made me cry. Louis C.K. has had some jokes that have made me cry. Dave Chappelle is very funny. Bill Burr is very funny. Mike Epps and Louis C.K. though, they both have ways of telling these stories where you can picture exactly what's going on, and it's a toss-up between the two.
Sonic Gamer said, "What's the most toy Amy wanted for Christmas when she was a kid?"
Oh, good question.
You know what? The thing that I remember that I wanted was roller skates and those little dog pound puppies.
Oh yeah, pound puppies.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Some pound puppies, something. Da 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 da. They're pound puppies. Bark, 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 bark. You remember that song?
I do not.
Oh.
T Hello said, "Are you unboxing anything this stream?"
We already did, but
not anything else.
can unbox
Killer Clowns
from
gun.
outer space gun. We got some Killer Clowns from Outer Space pops over there. Got some customized animatronics here.
JM Hans asked what a pound puppy was.
It was a cartoon in the 80s, and it was just about these puppies that were in a pound they'd go on like adventures. Think of like Paw Patrol, but without like
No,
hold on, let me finish. Think of Paw Patrol without like the vehicles, humans, kind of computer animation graphics. Pound puppies were just cuddly little cute cartoon dogs. You know what I always wanted for Christmas?
what?
I asked for this from Santa for like 4 or 5 years. Hot Wheels had released something called the Criss-Cross Crash.
Criss-Cross Crash?
And it was a track that you would put a car on, and it was like a demolition derby. In the very middle, they could all intersect. And you would shove them on there and see, vroom, 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 vroom. And then they'd get into the middle, and they'd crash. Santa never brought me a Criss-Cross Crash. I must have been a bad kid.
Night Yoshi asked, "Did you ever watch Darkwing Duck growing up?"
Yes.
My favorite Disney series.
Yeah, I don't. Did they end up re-releasing Darkwing Duck? Because when we were kids, Darkwing Duck, get dangerous. Darkwing Duck, something. I don't remember the rest of it, but Darkwing Duck. Cartoons were different when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because you had to go home from school. They kind of were setting you up to not do homework when I think about it. Because you'd come home from school, cartoons were on. You turn the TV on, they had a cartoon hour right then for about 2 hours. You'd watch Darkwing Duck. You'd watch Tailspin. Remember Tailspin?
Yeah.
You'd watch DuckTales.
So yeah.
You know, they had all of these cartoons like back to back to back to back to back. Right when you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right when you got home from school, they would have cartoons. And then by the time the cartoons were done, you know, you had to eat dinner, you had to take a shower or what have you. Homework doesn't get done, you get in trouble. No, blame Disney, blame Fox, we used to have a channel in San Diego called KUSI.
House of Nuts says Inspector Gadget. I remember watching Inspector Gadget in the morning before school.
I remember watching Inspector Gadget and Garfield and Friends. Do 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 do. Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Inspector Gadget. I always loved that breakdown part where it showed the bad guy and it was like doom 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 doom.
I didn't like that.
Doom. Yeah, that's why I liked it.
I didn't like
It
it.
was cool.
That's like
What is his name? The Claw or something like that, or something.
I don't remember that.
You never saw the guy's face. I remember that. This is the strangest live, guys. We've been talking about Disney. We're talking about cartoons. Talked about scary
Sonic Gamer
movies.
said, I remember watching SpongeBob when I was a 1-year-old baby.
Yeah, SpongeBob was way after our
I
time.
did not like SpongeBob at all.
By the time I liked SpongeBob when I watched it, but by the time that SpongeBob came out, I was already, I think, in high school, and it was, you know, like if it was on and I was over at like my girlfriend's house at the time who had little brothers and they were watching it, like you'd watch it and they'd have some funny jokes because sometimes SpongeBob will slide a joke in there that's more like mature.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like how it was when we were kids and the cartoons we watched when we were younger.
Nate Scare said, what is your favorite non-clown animatronic, all companies and all time?
I feel like we answered that one.
What?
Non-clown animatronic? Yeah, we
Of
talked
all time.
about, yeah. Well, of all time, I'm going to say it's going to be, if we're talking all time, we're talking anywhere, it's going to be probably an animatronic from the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Right? Like if we're just talking about animatronics, that's what I'm going to go with. But
Meow Hunt said, have you been to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal?
not for quite some time. We usually go to Fright Fest at Six Flags because there's a Six Flags near us. I've been to the Disney ones as well. I've been to Knott's Scary Farm in California, but I have not gone to the Halloween Horror Nights. One of the first haunted houses I ever went to was at Universal, though. For a while, before they had the Mummy ride, they had a Mummy walk-through haunted house. And that was one of the first haunted houses I ever walked through. And I remember telling one of the actors, "Don't you jump out at me, I will punch you." Like, I was dead serious. I hated it. And the guy was just like, "Go ahead." And he let me walk right past.
Night Yoshi said, how about Rocco's Modern Life?
Loved Rocco's Modern Life. I actually have a t-shirt with a bunch of Nicktoons on it. And I used to have a Rocco's Modern Life shirt that was just Rocco's Modern Life. I don't even know where it went. It just disappeared. But
Horror Haunt said, did you see that Strawman's price is now $3.29?
damn, son! No, I did not. Did see that my computer's about to die.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, do you need me to plug it in?
If you want to plug it in, would be Wonder Miss.
Alrighty.
Amy's plugging it in there.
Meow Haunts said they had a Killer Clowns from Outer Space haunt at Universal this year.
Yeah, they've had that actually a couple times. We've seen it before. I did see some parts where that they didn't have originally, and I'm not saying they copied us. Please understand that. But I did see some parts of their haunt that they didn't have their first year, and then they did have this year. And I just say, look very similar to stuff that we've done in years past. So
Horror Haunt said Rugrats.
I wasn't really a Rugrats fan. Were you?
I watched Rugrats.
I wasn't really a Rugrats fan.
I did watch Rugrats. Golden Ember said Horror Haunts. Oh, Are you
I
talking about
used
the
to-
Amazon price? They have it higher because they offer free shipping, and that's for
Strongman.
Yeah.
I will say that I loved Doug, but only when it was on Nickelodeon. When they switched it over to ABC/Disney and
I
they
watched
changed
Doug,
like
too.
Patty's hair and the song and all that, it wasn't the it didn't have the same charm. But Doug, do 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 do. Amy's rocking out right now behind the camera. Go 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 Amy. Go 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 Amy. Used to
Not
love
Yoshi
Doug.
said, gotta admit, Doug hasn't aged the best.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Is it still out?
No, I think he's just talking about if you like watch the reruns.
Oh.
Can't still be out.
Pity.
You know what I used to really love when I was a kid is WWF, now called WWE. But I liked it when it was the Attitude Era. It was sometimes Amy will still catch me watching old documentaries on WWF wrestlers.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
nobody knew because I couldn't name one wrestler that's out nowadays. Not one. But when I was in like 6th grade or something like that, 4th grade to 6th grade or 4th grade to 7th grade, bro, it was all about WWF. Yokozuna, Bret the Hitman Hart was my favorite. Shawn Michaels, Triple H when he wasn't called Triple H, his name was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He played a rich guy.
Knox Hunt said 88 days until Halloween.
That light's not turned on, so it just shows the blank 88.
Yeah.
Normally would light up red.
Also, a Spirit Halloween fan said, are you still interested in that clown from Poison Props?
Of course, I am.
What clown?
Any, but that's another one I'll have to talk to you about.
Oh.
But yeah.
All right, well.
Well, we had a very fun time, guys. We talked about
A lot of things.
my brother-in-law actually got Brett's autograph years ago. Bret the Hitman Hart, I will say this, was by far the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. That's what he used to say. I loved Bret the Hitman Hart. I believed in wrestling when Bret the Hitman Hart was wrestling. And so, yeah, he's talking about that clown that we were talking about.
Yeah, I want that one.
I know.
But we're going to TransWorld, so we'll see like what other.
We'll see what's there,
Yeah.
what we can come up with.
Yep.
But
Let's see. Oh, Alex Sereno said, "What about the Courage the Calorie Dog?"
I never watched that. When Cartoon Network first came out, it wasn't cool. It was like I feel like the kids in my neighborhood looked at it like, oh, you're trying to be Nickelodeon, like you're fake. I feel like it wasn't until they started doing like Adult Swim
Oh yeah.
that when it became like, oh, okay, you guys aren't trying to be like Nickelodeon. But I didn't watch Powerpuff Girls or Dexter's Laboratory or any of that kind of cow and chicken, Ed and Eddie type of stuff. That was a little bit later.
Ryan said, "Dang, I hope I can go to TransWorld. Still have no clue yet." Why does he not know?
I thought you knew for sure. Ryan, you need to find out because we have something we're filming.
Does he have?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in there? He's in it?
Yeah, we had to read his part last time because he wasn't in when we did the script reading.
Why doesn't he fly here and then we can all go? He can come with us.
Him and his mom can go. We can carpool. That's what you guys should
we're
do.
Flying.
We're flying? I thought we were
Yeah.
going to drive.
No, we're flying.
Oh. Dude, there you go, Ryan. Just come with us. You and your mom hop a plane from there to Dallas. Amy and I will get on the same plane.
Yep.
We'll all fly up there together.
And then he can stay in Brick's room.
Yeah, I think that's what they were planning anyway.
Oh yeah, all the kids.
Yeah. Talk to your mom about it, dude. You can have her call or text us. I think we're friends on Facebook too.
Yeah, we are friends with his mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so Night Yoshi said, "Where's TransWorld taking place this year? Also, what date?"
TransWorld is taking place in St. Louis.
It's always in St. Louis.
Well, I think they're changing. I think this is the last year it's going to be in St. Louis.
What? How do you know that?
Well, the word was that the contract was going to be up with that convention center, and that the convention center wanted to up their price because remember they were working on the convention center when we went a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to up their price now, and TransWorld's like, bro, get bent. We can go somewhere else. So, dude, they can always come to Dallas.
Yeah.
We get some good convention centers up here. But, and then it is in
February.
I don't remember the dates, but you can look it up online.
Horror Haunt said the Haunted Mansion is having a new movie come out next year.
I've heard about that. Again, this is the problem that I've had with Disney lately is wanting to turn, and I know they already had a Haunted Mansion movie years ago with Eddie Murphy, but I feel like they're wanting to turn everything into an IP. They're wanting to turn every ride into a movie or every movie into a ride. And that's not necessarily how it used to be. Like, leave the rides and the movie tie-ins alone. You know, how long are we going to be going on Pirates and seeing Johnny Depp? People aren't even going to know who he is. Right. Luke says it's a small world, the movie. Right. You know, like, just, yeah. I mean, I think they made a Jungle Cruise movie, I believe, with The Rock.
I tried to watch it. It's not that good.
Bro, I'm just like, dude, you know, are they going to have a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad movie, a Matterhorn movie, Autopia movie? You know, everything has to be a movie nowadays. It's like they even have Space Mountain look like Star Wars for part of the year. So it's like, okay, so now we got Splash Mountain, that's a movie. They got a Winnie the Pooh one. All the ones in Fantasyland are some form of a movie. The Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Jungle Cruise, the Nemo thing, Star Tours, Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, the whole Star Wars thing. Everything has to be attached to a freaking movie. Just give me the damn ride.
Going back to the whole TransWorld topic, JM Hunt said, "I stole Brick's Colossus Part 2."
Wait, say that again?
Going back to the TransWorld stuff.
Yeah.
He said, JM Hunt said, "I stole Brick's Colossus Part 2."
That is what we are working on. We are working on that. And Amy and I have... yeah, we can say that.
Okay.
Amy and I have an appearance in there, but that's all I'll say. That's all I will say.
Ben Sampson said, "Have you seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever?"
I have not. I saw the first one. People may hate on me. I didn't really think it was that cool, but I'm also not really into superhero movies other than I was really into the X-Men movies when they came out and like Wolverine and all that stuff, Logan, but I haven't been into any of the Batman movies, the Superman movies. Amy had me watch pretty much all of the Avenger movies.
Yeah, but we didn't finish.
No, we didn't finish because they roll one out every 3 months. So, yeah.
Golden Ember said People Mover movie.
Right. Well, they don't even have the People Mover at Disneyland anymore. So, but yeah, it's been. I wish that they could just kind of focus more on the attraction. Leave the movie to do the movies. Leave the attraction to do the attraction.
Anthony Hughes said, "My grandpa said I could go to Spirit Halloween flagship store next year."
Right on, dude. Right on, right on. I will tell you, it is so much fun. So much fun, so much fun. You get to meet a bunch of YouTube personalities. You get to see firsthand the animatronics that you want. It is like a mad dash when you get inside there. It's like, speaking of old shows, there was a old show called Supermarket Sweep. It's like that. People run in to grab their props. So, but right on, dude. Look forward to meeting you. Look forward to meeting all of you. If you guys are going to TransWorld, let us know. Again, it's only in 2 months. So,
did you just say
3 months. TransWorld.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to TransWorld, let us know because we'd love to meet you guys. If you're going to Flagship, let us know because we'd love to meet you guys. And yeah, so Golden Ember said, did you hear about The Mean One, a new Grinch horror movie coming out in December with I'm assuming it's the same actor as Art the Clown as the Grinch. I thought that was a YouTube joke because I saw a little video on it on YouTube, and I thought, you know how like people like recreate stuff like, oh, wouldn't this be cool if it was a horror movie? But if that's real, that's amazing. I would love to watch it. Oh yeah, and there's a Bambi horror movie. I heard about that too.
James Hunt said, I'm going to TransWorld. Can't wait to meet you.
Yeah.
Sonic Gamer said, do you remember a restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, of course.
We still have it.
Yeah, we still have Chuck E. Cheese here.
Yeah.
In some places of the country, it was called Showbiz Pizza. But yeah, we still have Chuck E. Cheese here.
Oh, Allie Kate might be going. She said, I so hope I'm going to Flagship next year. I would love to meet you and Amy.
Oh, that would be amazing. 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 I believe Allie Kate is in South Carolina. Is that correct? If I remember correct?
I'm not sure.
So it's not too far of a travel for you like it is for us. Because now for us, you know, coming from Dallas is...
We definitely have to fly.
Yeah, definitely have to fly up there. So, but yeah. Animatronic Crazy says Rockafire Explosion Munches Make Believe Band. Oh, he's talking about the different bands that were at Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Spirit Halloween fan says, I'd rather just meet you at your house again. Or your home haunt again. That's the other thing. You can always come to our haunted house to meet us at our haunted house. And I will say this, if you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area next October, we are going to see about you guys helping us out. If you want to help us out, you want to be an actor. You want to be an actor in our haunted house.
We had great actors this year.
We had wonderful actors this year. But if we're going bigger next year, we're going to need a lot more actors. And I will say this, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but when we get to another huge number on our subscriber list, we are going to do a contest. I've been saying this for a while now. I want to fly somebody out here. Like, I'll give you 2 tickets, fly you out here, put you up in a hotel, and you can help us with the haunted house being an actor. Or just coming to visit the haunted house. You don't have to act if you don't want to. If you just want to come out and visit, that would be cool too. But I really want to do something like that for one of these huge subscriber milestones.
Lorenzo Game said, can we see Toothy?
We can. Let me go ahead and move some stuff out of the way. So Toothy is right here. Yeah, I feel like our hair was different than Brick's as well.
The hair's a lot shorter on
Brick's, I think.
Yeah, on the ones that they're selling.
Yeah, and I feel like ours is crimped, whereas it seems like everybody else's might be straight. But there is our Toothy. You can see here, he does not have
like all the
same shadowing on his scar, even though there is well, not really. There really isn't now that I look at it. He doesn't have the same shadowing, and he doesn't have the same amount of pink around the eyes.
Yeah.
That at least Brick's, that's the only other one I've seen so far, has. But he's still in his box right here because after we did his last video with you guys, he is going to be put away in his box until next year. Yeah! Woo!
I love his hair.
Woo! I feel like he's like Lucky Bottom's brother or something. You know what I mean? They have like the same color. Look at that hair.
I think on the ones I've seen too, his skin is like a lot lighter. Like it's not gray.
Not as dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could definitely be. And I don't know if I haven't seen up close on how theirs looks. If the teeth is as detailed on ours. I mean, as ours, because our teeth are very, very detailed. So I'm not sure about everybody else's. So
J.M. Hunt said, I love being on planes. The only thing is that my ears pop, so I bring headphones.
So I am constantly on planes. I travel all over the country. Sorry, this is going to be loud and annoying. I travel all over the country for my job, and I'm on planes a lot. And there used to be a time where my ears would pop, and then they would shoot pain all the way down my jawline.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was so bad, so bad. But I noticed that if I just put some headphones in, chew some gum, I'm good to go every day, all day.
I yawn all the time.
No, but you're about to make me yawn.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's why when we go somewhere, I always have my headphones.
Yeah.
Because I just, but the other thing is there's times where I fall asleep before we even take off. I've gotten to the point now where it's like, all right, I know I'm sitting here for the next few hours. So.
Luke P said, I think I've told you this, but my dad legit travels so much for his job. In fact, he's got to dip on Monday.
Yeah, Luke and I have talked about that a while ago. I feel like it was a couple of years ago when I first met Luke. We talked about my travel, his dad's travel,
right?
And that it's very similar. But Luke, in January, me and the whole family is going to be out at Disney in January. I know you're right around the corner, dude. Just saying. Just saying, bro. Might have to stop by and say hi to you. I don't know if he does, or at least last year, he did a really cool Christmas display that was Small World themed.
Really?
Dude, like when I say really cool, I mean like it looked like, how the hell is this somebody's house cool?
Really?
Really cool. He said I added to it. So yeah. So I don't know when you take it down because we will be out there on the 12th.
The 17th.
Oh, the 17th. So you might take it down by then. But yeah. So sounds neat. It really was. I was thoroughly impressed. Speaking of, Luke did that piece right there, and he did.
The one underneath it.
Where is it?
The bottom.
Oh, that piece right there.
And,
I thought
he did that one
too.
too.
And he did this one of my face right there, which I want to show that real quick because he did such a good job at this. Like, this is one of my favorite ones. You see, it's in a frame.
Yeah.
Dude. So cool. So cool. Matter of fact, Luke was one of the first people to send us some fan mail. He wrote how many subscribers we had on that piece.
Oh, that's cool. How many do we have that time?
On that, we had 3.76 thousand.
Wow.
Long time ago.
That's cool that he put it on there, because then he could be like, hey, I've been around since this many.
Matter of fact, he was around before we had this logo, because he drew the old picture right here, Amy, that I used to have as our profile picture. He was around before we had this logo.
Oh.
This is the one I used to have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, on our profile picture. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces, is because you can see exactly where we were at that time.
That's
and
cool.
You can also see that old logo before we even had this.
That's awesome.
Luke is very talented. Very, very, very talented. Very talented.
Yeah, he said been around back when y'all had the old channel.
Yep. I wish that I would have been smart enough to download all of those videos.
Yeah. And it's funny because back then when we had the first channel, like we didn't have any way of communicating with the subscribers. There was no Discord. There was no nothing. There was
Right.
no getting back to all those
Yeah,
subscribers.
I'm sure positive that there's some people who subscribe to that first channel
Yeah. And they
that have no idea what the channel has turned into.
right.
Just statistically speaking, there's no way that we could have gotten every single person that we had then. I saw Golden Ember says he's close to Disneyland too. Well, you can always come and say hi as well.
We're going this December, January 18th and 19th.
Yes, we are going January 18th and 19th to the resort, and then we are heading down to San Diego after that. Have you put up your Christmas tree? I'm putting up ours right now. We have not done that yet because we still have quite a bit of clowns that need to be put away.
We're working on that tomorrow and Sunday.
We've been traveling so much lately that we still have a bunch of animatronics that have not been put in their boxes yet. Most have been put away. I will say that.
They've been put in the box, but the box is still out.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Night Yoshi says we should have clowns in the Christmas display.
Oh yeah, one of our neighbors suggested that too with Cackles. She wanted Cackles out. Remember? And she was like, you can dress them up like this or dress them up like that.
Where are we going to get a 12-foot Santa costume?
I'm just saying.
And I know they sell them for the skeleton at Home Depot.
Yeah.
But Cackle's body isn't the same. He's
big.
way bigger.
Yeah.
Sew one. I can't.
I don't have a sewing machine anymore. I used to have one.
I wouldn't know how to do that. I can hand stitch stuff all of the time. I took a sewing class when I was in school. I made an apron, but I measured everything wrong. I was in 7th grade when I made this apron, and I measured everything wrong so that you were supposed to put a pocket right here, and mine was like this. I got a B. I'm just looking at this guy a little more up close, and like the painting on the back of his hands. I wish that the camera would show it. I don't think it's gonna. Is really detailed. They did a really good job on this guy. Really good job. So, give Wacky Mole a Santa hat and costume. That'd be funny. I mean, realistically, we could put one animatronic out there that looks the most human, I guess.
No.
No, you want a scary one?
No, I'm just saying, like.
We actually looked at the Santa
Christmas
animatronics and all that stuff at
We
Home
did,
Depot,
but
I don't think.
No, it's just we're too overwhelmed with everything with the clowns. We have too many. Okay, we don't have too many, but because it's just the two of us trying to like put everything away.
Yeah.
Our whole living room is still all freaking Halloween everywhere.
Yeah.
And like to like get a bunch of Christmas stuff too. Like we didn't even put lights on our house this year, and I'm not going to. I don't think.
Yeah, we've been
too busy.
This year's been a very busy year for us. Very busy year, but awesome crouching. Didn't we give one of these away? We did, didn't we?
We did. Because I had one and you had one.
Yeah.
We had one away.
Love this guy. He looks so cool. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. We got a minute and 30 seconds to hit the 2.5 hour mark.
So we will do it again next Friday.
Next Friday, which hopefully we got some more fan mail to open. Again, the address is below. Write it down. Send us a letter. Draw a picture. Send us some of your channel merch. Feel free to just draw a picture of a middle finger. I mean, as long as we got something to open for you guys. What do you mean no?
Not a middle finger.
You think I'm being serious?
No, I'm just saying. Also, everybody should have all of their
stuff from the
prizes.
Contest.
Yeah, everyone should have their prizes. So maybe we can talk about that next Friday.
Yep. We sent out prizes from the last contest we did. And yeah, so if you guys send us some fan mail, we will do a fan mail Friday.
Not Yoshi asked for my shirt size again. I wear a medium.
Amy wears a medium. But
And pet sizes.
pet sizes.
What?
We got 2 gigantic
Yeah, you're
Great
not-
Danes.
Yeah, you're not
They're
gonna
like
want
125 pounds a piece.
But
and then we got a little tiny dog that weighs like
he's like
4
a small-
pounds.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 cats, and the cats aren't going to put anything on.
That Spirit Halloween fan said, "Keep my drawing, Amy. Don't throw it away." I would never throw it away.
We will not throw
I
it
would
away.
not throw it away, even though it's terrifying. I'm not gonna throw it away. I promise you.
Not only is it not going to be thrown away, but I'm telling you, when you guys send us artwork, we put it on our walls. So we're restructuring our whole studio. So this whole wall is now blank. The wall behind us has the Monty display that we're going to be filming animatronic demos in the future. This whole wall is blank as well. There's a little bit of a wall to the left of the Monty display. As we get more and more and more stuff from you guys, whether it be cool statues like this or awesome pictures, or I was trying to see where cool Psychotic Circus of Savannah logo pop figures, all the stuff that you guys send to us, we are going to plaster our studio with, so that every time we come up here, we can see you guys and just, you know, actually have that reminder of the kind of community that we have, which I'm very, very thankful for. So
Knox said, "Yo, that pop is sick."
yeah, this was actually made by Brick Thunder. So Brick Thunder made this pop for us. He 3D printed the body. He gave it a real neck ruffle. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. And then he hand painted it and made the hair as well. So what I need to do next is, that's part of the reason I had all of these pops up here. So these pops are all pops that we received from subscribers that are clowns. So we have a Shorty pop figure, and we have a Jumbo pop figure, and we have a Spiky pop figure, and we have a Pennywise with boat pop figure. And what I want to do is get a box made for this guy, so that I can make my make a box of the Psychotic Circus of Savannah and include it in the box. So it's a little smaller, I believe. Is it a little smaller? Let me see. Tad bit smaller than typical pops, but not enough that is super noticeable. So I believe that is about the same. You can kind of see the size of the heads there. Or here, let me open this one. I've never actually taken a pop out of the box.
Are you gonna take it out?
Yeah, I want to just show the difference in size. Yeah, a little shorter there. But I feel like if I can make a box for this guy, would be ideal. So I'm going to look into that, about making a box for the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I did see on Etsy that they have some things you can pay to get the template and make your own. But I would like to have a box for it. I think it would be really cool. And then as we start displaying stuff, we can have all these posted up somewhere and be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Psychotic Circus of Savannah pop, thanks to Brick Thunder. So really neat.
And then we have that.
Oh yeah, and then we have this thing, which is by far one of my favorite things I have ever received. Absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the size difference, just so you guys can see. It is huge. The detail of it is amazing. Absolutely love this thing. It is one of my favorite things I've ever received from anybody.
Not to say that.
Yeah, no, not to say that I don't love everything. Yeah, of course. Why would you even say that?
I'm just saying, just in case anybody was feeling any kind of.
Nobody was feeling any kind of
I'm
way.
just saying, we love everything that we get.
Of course.
This
is very special.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Very, very talented.
Very, very talented. But all of you guys, I mean, realistically, like I said, this is amazing drawing. I mean, dude, we actually got a compliment on this the other day.
Oh, yeah, Kaylee.
Yeah. The clock that we have that is a very creepy clown clock that we received. But this crouchy looks amazing. This drawing is amazing. This piece is amazing.
I want to put that on a shirt.
This?
Yeah, Jam Hunts did that.
Yeah, it's badass. I mean, the E-Coops drawing is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys do amazing artwork and very creative ways of celebrating the channel, and we appreciate it very much. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and peace out for the night. Kind of tired. It's 10 o'clock at night. Here, my water is now empty. Can't stay hydrated if I don't have water. But I just wanted to say thank you guys very much. We had a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do we'll plan something special for our next live, I think. Don't you think?
Like what?
We'll see.
Okay.
But wanted to say thank you guys so much for having fun with us. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, that you reflect back on what you're thankful for and what you're grateful for. As always, bullies suck. Do what you have to do to intervene. If you're a bully yourself, just quit it. Remember to take care of yourself. You guys mean so much to me. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying it as like a thanks subs. I'm talking about every single one of you mean so much to me. So make sure you take care of yourself, take care of each other. And as we always send off, we say, happy hunts. Happy hunts.